Good morning. It's January 1st, 2019. I'm going to take you on a tour of the G-scale Ghostrock and Western outdoor layout. A couple of the pitfalls and a couple of the pleasures of G-scaling railroad. First of all, I need to show you guys something here. This is my undercover area that where the train runs behind the train barn, and usually after a certain amount of time, if I don't run trains, the track becomes dirty, and it's because of where the rats live. There is the rat hole. I frequently drop poisonous pellets down in their little house, and that pretty much takes care of them for a while, but then eventually they return. But what happens is that they end up pissing on the track. I apologize for my crudeness, but it's a fact. So what I need to do is take just a partially wet cloth, and I'm going to have to do this with one hand because I'm filming with the other one. So what I'm going to do is just pretty much wipe up the piss. Wipe the piss down so the train will not be affected. Again, I apologize for the shaky camera, but I've got to do this with one hand. Alright, now that I've got the track clean, we're going to go ahead and apply power to the track, and we'll see how the train runs, and we'll examine certain parts of the railroad for your interest. I use my trusty drywall scraper here with a bright boy on the end of it, and what I basically do is follow the road to see if I can feel any anomalies like rocks or things like that. It also provides a bit of a cleaning some of the surface dust on the track, but it doesn't really affect it. This is stainless steel track, and it's pretty much bulletproof. I don't have to polish it like brass, but I just basically walk the line and see if there's any kind of anomalies or oddities that stick out, and if there is, I'll have to take care of it. Around the curve, this area here is pretty much embedded in dirt. I reballast it every once in a while and sprinkle it with water, which keeps it pretty sturdy. Very realistic, and works great, and it also looks good. Down this area here, I happen to have a new structure here. This is a Hobby Lobby wooden structure. It was a toy marked down to $3. It was just a bunch of sticks that I put together. I glued it, painted it, stuck it on the layout. And it's a $3 piece. I like that. I like it being inexpensive. It makes the hobby, satisfying to be able to find structures on the cheap, because it basically sits out here in the sun where it ends up inflicting a lot of damage because of the sunlight. Part of the layout here is kind of dicey. This is where all the traffic is through this area here. A lot of animals will walk through here, and the wind and such will bring down pebbles and rocks and leaves and things. So this is more of a kind of a dicey area, but it is a canyon. So the canyon is somewhat treacherous, but with proper maintenance, the terrain usually passes without incident. Here's a section of the track where I placed some feeder wires to bring electrical conductivity to the far side of the railroad. I'm using the old Al Kramer connectors. They don't look real good, but they work fine. Also, one other place of interest is this one here. I've got the only piece of brass track in the entire layout. I had to enhance the length in order to keep the track straight. So this is the only piece of brass track I've got. So this one here usually needs some polishing over time. A little bit of polish and then everything's fine. The tunnel is made from plastic pipe, sewer pipe, and cinder blocks. The plastic sewer is a half of a pipe placed on top. These abutments are made of PVC. The 15-foot long span bridge here is a great feature on this railroad. Although I had to place two 2x6 boards on top, so the pigeons, when they land, they crap on the wood and not the track, because it's an open air roof, and without the wood, the pigeons will crap and ends up all over the track. One day I'll paint it black. It's very windy today out here, so I apologize for the wind noise. It's about 40 degrees now, currently outside. Running an LGB F7, followed by various rolling stock made by Aristocraft, Bachmann, USA Trains, and such. Followed up by an LGB Santa Fe Caboose, better known as the Queen Mary series of rolling stock. This is a very rocky terrain in Arizona. You probably already know that. So I decided to line my layout with rocks. You can see where I lined them up on the other side of the track. It gave the layout a bit of aesthetics and interest. There's also a bit of whimsical additions to the railroad. A lot of sandstone piled up as the owl overlooks the territory. And a final shot from above as the train takes the corner. Again, the wind is pretty bad today, so the audio is probably going to suffer. I'll get one last shot of the straightaway as the train exits the canyon. Well, that's going to do it. I really appreciate you guys watching. I really do. It was a pleasure making this video once again. Thanks for visiting the Ghostrock and Western G-Scale outdoor layout. Until next time, Happy New Year.